Hey everyone, Coder Rob here. Here to teach you some more advanced building techniques in EverQuest Next Landmark. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a spire like this one here, which is just a rooftop. We can get a little bit more fancy with that, and I'm going to teach you how to make a donut. I've had a lot of people say, hey, I wish there was a donut tool. Well, donuts aren't that hard to make. I'm going to show you how, and then once you have that, you could use that to combine to make a small little rotunda watchtower like this here. Or you could use that to build a end piece for a castle, the giant towers you see. So let's get started. What I'm going to do here is I have my add tool selected, and I've hit C to put it in the sphere mode. And this is the third largest, or third from the smallest sphere. So there's the smallest, there's one up from that, one up from that, and then one up from that is the one I'm going to place here. And I'm just going to do this in white here, just because I like building in white. It makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to select the center out of that sphere. So I'm going to get the single vox selection tool. I'm going to highlight one vox high and from end to end. Make sure I have the whole thing. And I'm going to do a Control X just to cut that out so I can see I cut the whole thing. And we're done with the sphere. If you want to delete the sphere, go ahead. So now that I have deleted the sphere, I'm going to paste it, the center of it, twice. This one's going to be the one that we build a spire on. And then this one's going to be the one we make into a donut. So let's start with the spire. I'm going to find the exact center of this circle. And I do that with the selection tool. If I drag this out from end to end, then I have arrows showing me where the center is. And I'm going to lay down a couple of single voxes in that area. Alright, so after I lay down some single voxes, 2 wide by 2 high, so basically a vox square right in the center, I just kept building that up until I had a column that was 18 voxes high. Now if you need a steeper spire, you can go higher. If you don't want it as steep, you can go lower. I'm going to just use this for our demo here. So now it's a matter of taking the line tool, and the line tool doesn't work well at an angle unless one side or the other is at least this 3 by 3 square. So I'm going to take this 3 by 3 square and I'm going to come out even with this pole here to where it just barely touches the edge of the circle. I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to come up to the top here, and I'm going to pick the left side here, and I'm going to reduce it down to a single vox, and I'm going to click. And don't worry, that doesn't look real great right there, but we're going to repeat that same process on all sides. So again, going to a 3 by 3 right on the edge, and coming up to the top on the left side, 3 by 3 edge, single vox top left. As you see, bit by bit, our spire is starting to take shape. Alright, now I'm going to lay down a single line, starting 3 wide, right to the right of this one we already did. And again, I don't want to go past the edge of this. So if you look, my bottom right corner is just barely touching that. I'm going to click there. This time I'm going to come up to the right side up here, single vox. So 3 vox to single again. I'm going to continue that all the way around. Now I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So I repeated that process on all 4 sides. Now I'm going to go on the left side of the first ones we did. Same thing. Now this one you're going to stick back in the same spot as the first one. So if you see I can click on that edge, I'm going to just overlap the one that's already there. Now it's just a matter of filling in the remaining ones. Now at some point you're going to find it hard to find a flat place to stick this. I will sometimes overlap ones that are already there, so I may just stick it here. I'll do it wherever it looks like it might look the best. Alright, so once you have all those done, it's just a matter of selecting your entire object and giving it a 1 box padding on all sides. A minimum of a 1 box padding. And now we're going to give it some texture. I'm going to give it, could try the thatch roof. I used the plain shingles earlier on mine. So I'm going to paint it with plain shingles. And then I'm going to smooth it. I'm going to do this 8 or 9 times till I get the effect I want. You see that one looks very similar to that one over there. The difference is that one over there, I pasted and then pasted on top of it a second time to give it a staggered look. Alright, so let's talk about how you make the donut. So we already have really a ring, a circle is what we have. We just need to make it into a ring. So we're going to take the delete tool and I'm going to put it on the same size selection as what made the ring. The size right here. And this is the tricky part about the delete tool. If you saw me make arches, you know that the delete tool has a second mode to it, but it doesn't show you that it's in that second mode. Other than down here where it says use shift and tab to change modes, and it says scale. If you do it again, it says terrain offset. So now when it's in terrain offset mode, and you do that by shift tab, the mouse wheel now moves it up or down through the material. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that the ring I'm standing in is centered on the material that we're standing on, and that it's not going through it too much. If you're going through it too much, you're going to delete too much of it and it won't look right. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go down a little bit further and I'm going to hit delete. And that's really all it is to make a ring. So you can copy that, you can give it a little extra smoothing, but in order to make the rotunda here, it's just a matter of copying that and pasting on top of itself several times. We'll do it once here so you can see. Control C to copy. Come over here and paste it. I'm just moving it up every time I paste. That's how you build that tower. You can then copy this, stick it on top of that when you're done, and you can make a tower as tall as you want.